Hey everybody, it's Tanya Brewington. I'm the CEO and founder of Courageously Alive. Last week, if you've been following some of my videos, you know that last week I attended a conference. And let me tell you, this conference was a lot of fun. It was just all the way live. I got my whole everything back on track. That's how I feel. And of course, I had an award too, which made it all the more better. But the one thing that I talk about, and the one thing that was most interesting to me about this conference, is the leader of the conference. And the thing that she embodies, this particular person, is full authenticity in terms of who she is and how she shows up. And so one thing that when you look at her, when you watch her, when she does what she does, one thing you know for sure is that she is completely comfortable with who she is. And she embodies every aspect of who she is. She owns it. She lives it. And she's in there in the world like, hey world, this is me. I'm here to be here. I'm going to be in your face. I'm going to show you who I am. And I'm okay with it. And I'm kind of looking around because I have a lot of little bugs and things that are buzzing around me, so I'm a little nervous about that. But still, she embodies everything, all that she is. And the question I have for you is about you and your own level of authenticity. One thing that happened as a result of being at this conference and just watching and paying attention, because sometimes as you watch people, you realize what's making other people successful. You realize how they actually take on their life in their world. And I had to question myself about whether or not I show up as my full authentic self in every area of my life. And what I know for sure is I don't, not in every area. Now, I do pretty good in many areas, but not in every single area. And the thing about it that was so eye-opening was the desire to really embody me, Tanya Brewington, as she is in every area of her life, unapologetically. And what I can tell you about that is that for me, that has always been a struggle. In some instances in my life, it's been a struggle to just say, this is just who I am, and you just have to take it or leave it, because I've been one of those people who've wanted to be accepted, wanted to be part of a crowd, wanted to be part of a particular group. And so I've done things, I've said things, I've kind of let things go, let them ride, if I felt that it would let me be a little more acceptable to be part of that particular group. And what I've realized as time has passed in my life is that, first of all, I don't really have time to do that. I don't have time for that, right? None of us has time for it. But sometimes when we are in a position where we really want to be part of a group, we may say, it's not that big of a deal. I won't say anything anymore. I'll just kind of go with the flow and let things happen. But one thing that I am realizing as I'm aging, of course, as you get older, but it's like, it's okay to be who you are. And who you are is enough. No matter what that looks like, who you are is enough. And there's nothing more to be said about that. I am enough. You, if whoever's watching this, you are enough, just as you are right here, right now. And so when you're in positions and you're looking at your life and you're looking at your world, the question I want you to ask yourself is, are you showing up as your true, authentic self? And if you are, then what does it look like for you to be in that space, to operate truly, authentically in your life? And if you aren't, the question, which I think is even more important, is what would it look like for you to show up as your true, authentic self? And are you courageous enough to do it? Because showing up as yourself courageously, showing up as yourself authentically does take courage, because you don't know what the outcome is going to be in many cases. But the truth that I've learned over time is that the people who like you, who want to be around you, who are your ride and die, they're going to be there no matter how you show up. And the people who don't, for whatever reason, they have an issue with the way you wear your hair, the color of shoes you wear, the color of your lipstick, whatever it is, whatever they come up with, when they show up as themselves and they come up with a reason not to like you, they wouldn't have liked you anyway. So you might as well be you. You might as well give in and just be happy with who you are, accept who you are, and be your true, authentic self. And I want you to think about what that would look like. And as you're thinking about that, DM me or even put it in the chat. What does it look like for you to live your authentic life? Are you doing it? there are a couple of questions I want you to answer. One, do you feel that you're living your authentic life? If you are, what does that look like? What are you doing that lets you know that you're living authentically? And if you aren't, you are not living your life authentically. You know there's some things that you really want to do, but you're not doing. You know there are ways that you want to show up, but you're kind of hesitant about doing it. What would it look like for you to do that? And then on the flip side, we could talk about what it would take for you to show up authentically as you. What courageous steps do you need to take in order to show up as yourself? So direct message me, send me a chat, put that information in the message below, and let's talk about that, because it's important to your life. It's important to everything that you have going on in your world.